so nice. You know what? The Tottenham. Are we on now? Tottenham made their one better, but your one's very nice, man. Bit expensive though, just for like
Yes, yes.
food,
T
drinks.
minus
So
1 minute.
expensive.
T minus 50 seconds.
I think the stream is starting, bro.
T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Back again.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Can you
man.
play?
Big up everybody. Back again for another stream, and I've got two distinguished guests in the studio. Distinguished guests. One all the way from India. Big up NFC Cop. That's NFC Cop. Yeah, big up NFC Cop.
Yeah.
Where you based, Chelsea?
Well, right now I'm on a long holiday in Morocco, but obviously,
Is
man,
that you?
well, man's from Hamilton and Fulham, bro, innit? I'm basically a bush, Shepherd's Bush area. I
Yeah.
grew up mostly in Bush. Now I live next to Hammersmith Bridge, near
Yeah.
Craven Cottage, noisy neighbours. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, seriously, like from day, man. Big up my school, like when I was a kid, they used to take us, like, they used to get us involved with the club, you know?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I like Shepherd's Bush area. They got a
Westfield.
nice bagel shop down there still, you know.
What,
Down
Westfield? Which one?
one on the Shepherd's Bush High Road.
Oh, Bagel Bite.
Yeah, man. I used to go there back in the
At 3
day.
a.m. then you were at 4 a.m. The place that is 7, legendary.
You know those ones. You know when you go down to club down west still. You go down
Right, you know,
and
man.
then
There used to be a
when
banging club in Bush Green back in the day as well, man.
Oh,
There used to
you
be a
know
club
those
there as
ones.
well. Well, yeah,
Good
Bagel
luck,
Bite banging. Bro, the Bagel Bite brothers are Indian, actually. Indian people, bro, you guys got the best food, man. Swear down. Even if it's not your food, you can still make it banging. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You know
Swear
what?
down.
It's
I got
somewhat
big up
spicy, man.
Even when I tell them don't add too much spice, it's just right, you know? I say don't add too much spice. I always say
Yeah,
that. Because I like to add it myself. Like,
I got to big up everybody in the chat right now. Please like and subscribe. Okay, like and subscribe. Even though you're gonna watch it on the replay, like and subscribe helps me bring you content. So smash the like button and smash the subscribe button, please, guys. Nice one. Listen, okay, this is gonna be our debate show. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this to be a regular thing and build it up and stuff. You know what I mean? Really build up audience and so forth. I'm gonna try and do that. So the first thing on the agenda we're going to discuss is over to you, Chelsea, and we're going to discuss today the situation with Tuchel, and now you got Graham Potter. Now, do you know what I mean? Now, personally, at the day, I never saw it coming. I did not see it coming. I didn't think at the day Chelsea would get rid of their manager so soon. I thought they would give him till about at least till after Christmas, do you know what I mean? And then probably make a decision there.
I remember September sackage.
Yeah, it's just that they're actually straight away. Now, we're led to believe at the day that it's a different regime that they've got going here because obviously and they got different owners now. You ain't got the Abramovich owners. But personally, this smells a lot like Abramovich. It smells a lot like it still. Yeah, it smells a lot like it still. But I want to get your view in it. I want to get your view.
Yeah, honestly, I think in the beginning I thought, he's taking a page out of Abramovich. He's looking at what the past regime done. But the more you go into it, the more you see that there was some friction between them. Apparently, he really included the preseason. He was Todd Bowley, like, because I was in America, no American Cup, whatever. He took that to heart, especially that 4-0 to Arsenal. That's to his fellow billionaire. You know, them Bears are connected somehow. The billionaire boys are laughing at each other. Bro, so he must have added all that up. Like, he must have added up all the goals because he didn't. On top of that, you know, apparently the rumors that Todd B showed him a 4-3-3 formation and said he should.
Yes.
Yeah.
12-man formation. Yeah.
Yeah, and he stopped talking to basically a lot of the backroom staff, and on top of that, he stopped talking to Todd B. He started trying to dodge him. I mean, even the way he started playing his players in the end, I swear down, he tried to get himself fired. Because that's what you do at job when you want to get yourself fired. Because you know when you get fired in the UK, bro, it's better than if you quit. You know, you get packaging and all that. But same thing with him, bro. He played so that he could get fired because, bro, they're playing the same players. You know, they're playing these experimental formation. He didn't even like read the script. You know, like you're not supposed to. Like if someone told me he's going to play Aubameyang the first second, I'm going to be like, oh, Aubameyang, he's either going to flop and it's going to be even worse, or he's going to score in his debut and save the day. It's like he chose the wrong Hollywood script. Obviously, you put Aubameyang when you're 1-0 up. You know, start with Brozier signing, forcing that. I don't care about Aubameyang on his first day with a mask, and it wasn't a Wakanda mask. It was just I just got robbed by it. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. All I know is that Todd B is the real manager and owner of this club. He's treating it a bit like FIFA. And Graham Potter, I'm not going to say he's a yes man like everyone, but he's not going to say no. Like he'll do a dead type of, come back. I can even see him trying to manipulate him. He's got a degree in psychology, try and make it think it's Todd Bowley's idea, but he's not 100% a yes man, but who's never going to fight him like Tuchel. Tuchel became like Ragnick in the end, didn't it? So just saying that. Yeah, he did. I'm like, bro, this guy's political.
He come out and said something. Said something about like, he goes that winners talk about the owners and he goes, well, I'm going to have to help them because they don't know anything about football. He blatantly come out and said they don't know anything about football.
Well, it's true though.
I know, but I thought you're right. You're great.
They always think about businessmen.
Well, that's what I said. He was Ragnick's guy, like, because Ragnick helped raise him up through the game. So he must have taken it from him. He was just being so harsh. I was like, and then he started saying things, he was going to mention apparently how all the signings that he really wanted, which were like the legit, he wanted Kambempe, he wanted De Jong, he wanted Lewandowski, and he's like, only person that he got that he wanted apparently was Sterling, and the rest were thrown upon him. We'll see if that's true, innit? As days pass, more will come out. Yeah, man. R.I.P. Tuchel's career, bro.
What did you think? Like, right in the first place, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back for when Tuchel was appointed. Yeah, to the job. What did you think about Tuchel being appointed to the job?
When he first came in, I thought, this German's just going to be a strict Brer, try to whip these Brers in shape, which Lampard couldn't do because he was too cool and young. They thought, well, maybe Lampard's one of ours. But that works for a while. You know, when you get a new manager, how hard do you work the job for the first 3-4 months? Manager, once he sacks 1 or 2 man, I'm safe on the chopping board for another year or two. Don't put my thing up. Don't put my energies out, levels up. That's what happened with Tuchel, to be honest. And that's what Abramovich hired him for. Abramovich would have probably sacked him a while back, to be honest. Don't know why people think Abramovich would have kept
last season. He would have sacked him last season.
Yeah, or the worst one, he would have sacked him on the preseason 4-0. He would have been like, whoa. 4-0.
He wouldn't have given him the players and the budget.
It's the first time a preseason mattered. Mainly because of social media. Like, man like Troops and Expressions and good. They blew out so much that American Cup. America is finally the new place, which I believe, man like Barstool Sports and all these other channels are pushing it out in a degree where America's going to be the new hotspot for the next couple of years. Even their football's popping out, their MLS. So I'm saying that meant a lot to him. He was like, it was the first time America meant a lot. Everyone's American-owned. You know what I mean? You, man. Well, that was the biggest cut that season for the America, like Arsenal versus Chelsea, London, whatever. And then we drew to a team that existed barely before COVID. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte FC. So he was sacked because also none of that 7-seater stuff would have happened. None of that emotional attachment stuff would have happened because he didn't get sanctioned. Therefore, it would just be normal Chelsea. Ergo, sackage. Time ago. And Tuchel would have changed it up. I don't know if he would have got sacked, but he wanted to get sacked. I'm telling you, bro. I know how people are when they want to get sacked. After I heard what's coming out in the back room now, and then with what I saw, I was like, oh yeah, like you're doing the same dickhead moves all the time, like playing the same breads, like whatever. Like either way, he wanted to get sacked. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I feel bad for Aubameyang.
I didn't think, personally, in the day, I thought the one good player that he brought in was Sterling. That's the one good son that he brought in.
Yeah, but I think he was a hindsight one. Koulibaly was either going to be like, obviously I'm a G, I could do this, or it's going to be like, oh, this is the Premier League. And it's the latter, it seems. It's like, oh, this is the Premier League, yeah? All right. You guys are fast.
Yeah, we were supposed to buy him.
I know. I wish it's another Timo Werner, bro. Why couldn't you take him, man?
Yeah, but the thing is I think Timo Werner at the end of the day, he's a good player. I think he's a good player.
No, he won't. He'll do a Jota for you. He won't do a Salah. Like that's about it. He won't do a Mane. He'll just do a Jota.
Yeah. He's a good player. I did like him. I would want him on my team.
Yeah, go buy him, man. Do a Kevin De Bruyne. We sold him to German, and then Harman comes and takes him. Do that. Do a Kevin De Bruyne. Go around the backs and take him for 18 mil or some cheap price. Now, they'll probably still ask for a dumb amount. You know that, because he's got a hat-trick.
So what do you think at the day, right, on Tuesday, you played the Champions League game, okay?
Yeah.
You played that on Tuesday.
Bro, so did you guys. Like, we're
both
in the mud, bro. We're
playing Wednesday. We played on Wednesday, and I will get to that.
Oh, okay. We played away as well. But you see Chelsea beforehand? They went some next, like, golden yellow suits, and it was beautiful day in Croatia, and they're all chilling. Like, you know, when you see Mandem go to Ayia Napa or Cyprus or something with the Mandem. It was like that, bro. And I was like, man, you talk to Patrick Aubameyang, they're all joking. Pulisic and Kovacic, they're like, Kovacic like my home. Pulisic like my granddad's from down here. They're all like that. It looks nice. Tuchel's like, yeah. And then we do a shit show in fucking.
What do you think went wrong that night? What do you think went wrong?
I don't even look at it from that tactic because they played all right. You know, everyone said Orsic is going to score a long distance goal. I knew he wasn't. I knew he was going to do something that will, how do I say, mock Kepa. He dinked him. He was like, here you go, you midget. Dinked. Went right over Kepa. Kepa's done. I was no bigotry, but Kepa, obviously, he's not as tall as Mendy. Mendy's freakishly tall. But I'll still try Kepa one more time, just so that if he flops, we can at least sell him instead of keep him on the bench. Because if we don't play him, he's just going to stay on the bench forever and get paid.
Yeah. He'd be a bit like Karius, wouldn't he? For us,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hello.
However,
Yes. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Bro, I would love to get that.
Okay.
I always think that. Imagine you're a goalkeeper and you don't play. You played one game in 5 years. That means me and you have done that. You can't play that one game. You're not serious. I'm like, bro, that's a mad job. Like, imagine you don't play. Imagine you don't play for 5 years, like Kudachini and whatnot. Imagine you don't play for time.
I'll say put me on loan, man. I'll just say put me on loan.
I'm a shit goalkeeper, bro. I'll be like, I don't want to get exposed. Keep paying me. It's happened before,
but he won't go on loan because his salary is the issue, man. His salary is way too much.
I will take $5,000 a week and be the best employee. I'll be there every day early in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
So like, let me ask you in the day, right? Right, you got Graham Potter now. He's in. Right, he's in your club now. Graham Potter's in here. What do you expect Graham Potter to bring to your club?
1 second. I expect him. Yeah, you know what? SubhanAllah, I would say, bro. I think everything, like I told you, I'd say Hollywood script. I say it's quite a bit. Although sometimes some guy can't read Hollywood script, like bringing off, like remember Mendy for Kepa? Remember that on the finals against you guys? Yeah. My man just saved the winning penalty and scored a goal for the AFCON. And he's on 99, he's cloud 9, and you're taking my guy off for this guy, Kepa. Like, it's not meant to be. It was not meant to. I knew it. And then the worst thing is, who missed the penalty? Kepa. What a madness. It's like, Tuchel, why can't you read the Hollywood script, bro? It's like Southgate. when he makes the three brothers take a penalty at the end? Is he dumb? And he literally, you know, when bears don't know about race or they're not cultured at all. It's like, bruv, you know you're setting these bears up for failure. Like,
Exactly.
even if they all three of them need to score, if one of them miss, it all sets up the pressure for. Lord, so anyway, yeah, some riggers can't read the Hollywood script. Yeah, it's not my fault. But what was the original question?
I was saying that what do you expect from Graham Potter to bring to your club?
Yeah, so Graham Potter, what coincidence he's not playing this Saturday. I was like, right, this bro, like, it's like the universe, the Hollywood scripts being written for him. I was like, right, madness. He has time now to get his shit together. I was like, what? That's crazy. Because I was like, he has 6 games that will quickly expose him. Big team, small team. We have you're a big team. We have Fulham, a small team. But there's a derby into that. We have a Champions League. We have another small team, then big team. Then we have Man City in the EFL. We'd have quickly known what he's made of, innit? Quickly. It could have been, if we lost to Salzburg and we lost to Man City and lost to you, it literally quickly means he's shy. You know, it's quickly like, another Tin Henman, never going to win it, just going to compete. Or...
Tin Henman, you know?
Yeah, that's what when was the last time English player won anything? I'm sorry, like, the rest of them are Irish or not born here. Even, well, the only English player who won anything here is someone's been born in Germany or something like that. You know, someone's like... But what else?
You know those ones today.
Some scratches. Well, I'm saying though, yeah. I heard.
I think at the end day, so like Graham Potter for your club.
I hope he's Harry Potter. Bro.
He could stop that Harry Potter, you know.
I hope Harry Potter. You need magic, I'm telling you.
Yeah, imagine Harry Potter. No, what I'm saying, I think at the end of the day, Graham Potter and day for your club and everything that. You see what it is. This is what it is. Yeah, this is what it is. Yeah.
Tell me.
Graham Potter looks good at Brighton and I think that maybe that's his jam. I think right now, but it doesn't actually mean at the end of the day it's going to be sort of like good for Chelsea. Doesn't mean he's going to be bad. I'm just saying that it doesn't mean he's going to be good for Chelsea and I think that. And my fear is with that, if it starts going Pete Tong and I think that, how much time is he going to get? Do you know what I mean? How much time is he going to get to sort of like, you know...
Maybe 2 seasons? 2 seasons?
But he's got a 5-year contract, so we're going to pay him out like 3-4 years worth. We've never done that. We've only paid people like 2 years, 3 years, 2 shows like 18 months. That's how you know he's going to get sacked. Imagine paying someone out for 4 years of work. That's crazy, isn't it?
Right. I just want to contribute to this. First of all, I want to apologize. I don't want to apologize for being late because my brother gave me ample notice. But I was busy doing the washing up, so I didn't get round to remembering. Secondly, from what I've heard and read about Graham Potter, part of the reason why Chelsea have gone for him is because he's a really good coach, and 2, because he works well with the first 11 and the second 11 as well, but also they look at him as doing something outside of football in terms of working with the club, in terms of their profile nationally and globally. And because he's got a really, really good football brain, they just see him not purely as a coach, they see him as somebody who is going to raise the profile of Chelsea, raise the profile of a number of their players that they're trying to develop. If it was me and I was Graham Potter, I would run and walk to Chelsea because at the end of the day, the situation that they're in now, football-wise, he can do little wrong. He hasn't come in asking for a lot of money, asking for a lot of players. He's come in, the powers that be at Chelsea are happy with him, they're happy with the way he's behaving and the way he started things. Give him about 6 or 7 games. If things aren't working out well, then you might see the occasional crack starting to appear from those higher up in the club. And again, they aren't like the Abramoviches, because Abramovich had money coming out of every hole that he had. Whereas this American group, they have an understanding of sport because I think they own. I don't know if it's the LA Dodgers in America. Yeah,
LA Dodgers
so they've got
and LA
an
Lakers.
understanding. Yeah,
both of them.
so they've got an understanding of how good or how easy it is to get quick success, and they'll also have an understanding of shit. If it doesn't go right, we've got to do another Tuchel and pay him out after 2 years for about another 20 million. So they're not going to want to do that.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's positioned, Brighton are positioned in the top 4 or 5 in the Premiership, and he doesn't have many England international players at his hands in Brighton. So if he's able to do that with them, they are pretty sure that he can do something with Chelsea, which will hopefully, well, for them, bring them some silverware, get them into the top 4, and then next year he can look to kick on. But for Tuchel, it was just like he seemed to be saying, yeah, thanks for this player, but I need this one. Oh, yeah, thanks for that player, but I also need this one.
Yes.
And thanks for that player, and I also need that one. I'm like, dude, you need to chill out. You need to work with what you've got, and if that doesn't work, then you go asking for more money. But he was asking for money hand over fist, and he wasn't really producing much. So it's no surprise he had to go.
You say that, but Graham's going to get money in January. Like, apparently, there's really rumors we're going to break the January record as well. We broke the summer one. We're going to break the January one for this guy. We're going to buy some Brighton guys, McAllister, Trossard, maybe Lamp. Who knows? Like, I could see him buying these players that we don't think of.
Yeah.
So what was going to say? Hold on a minute. What I was going to say? LFC Cup. Yeah. What's your view on it?
Means I have read the reports that he hasn't got the players he wanted. He hasn't got the players he exactly wanted. Like Aubameyang was his choice, but what we say, the Koulibaly wasn't his choice, and they also wanted Anthony Gordon, which Tuchel denied. The Todd Bowley's team also wanted Anthony Gordon, but Tuchel denied that. So that was a bit of.
Yeah, it's a bit of to me at the end of the day, sort of like I hope he does work out for Graham Potter, because I really like him. I think he's a good manager. I hope he does work out for him. But as I said myself, you know what? The fear that I've got for Graham Potter, if it doesn't work out, and I think that it's how long at the end of the day are they going to keep with him? That's my sort of like point. You know what I mean? And then what is it that you've left a club at the end of the day that you sort of like working with and trying to develop and everything, and gone to sort of like Chelsea, which at the end of the day I got no sort of like, what's it called? I got no qualms with Chelsea. I got no bias against Chelsea. But I'm just saying that today it's not really a stable job for a manager to go into. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of like it's a security, the security of it. Chelsea itself is not a bad club, you know what I mean? Because they will spend money and so forth, but it's the security of the club. That's what fears, because it's not as if at the end of the day, sort of like what they're trying to do now, it's not as if at the end of the day they haven't tried it before. Because they tried it before with was it Villas-Boas? You know what I mean? Yeah. They tried it before with him, and then look how that turned out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The only thing
I would say, only thing I would say, I hope. Go on.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is that Graham Potter has enough goodwill and good management in his locker for him to be able to go to Chelsea, it not work out, and him be able to move to another club. People aren't going to be like, oh, Graham Potter, you were doing well at Brighton, then you went to Chelsea and it was shit. You're a rubbish manager. He's got enough goodwill and good football knowledge for him to leave Brighton, go to Chelsea. If that doesn't work out, people will be like, never mind, it was just Chelsea. We knew they don't have much patience with managers. I think he'll be fine. I think he will be absolutely fine.
If Lampard's fine, this guy's definitely getting it well.
Exactly.
No, look at Lampard. He's in Everton somehow.
That's true, you know. That's true, you know.
Lampard's at Everton. And I know it's the beginning of the season, but he's still fighting against relegation.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I can't believe this. Like Lampard that lost to Tuchel. That's mad to me.
So what? Hold on. So this Lampard, yeah, you brought up Lampard and think that, right? Why do the Chelsea fans hate Lampard so much?
There's two sly reasons. The little it's like a camel's back when you stack too many things. He started stacking it when he went Man City, and then started scoring against us, the ones.
Yeah.
And then obviously with the Chelsea, there's some fans that hate that he made, for the first time in history, he made a youth team famous. I've never heard of Real Madrid youth, or you hear about Real Madrid B, one or two players that always flop. You hear about one Anfield.
Yeah.
Well, Anfield's legendary. You guys are legendary for making one youth every 5 years, basically. It's Harvey Elliott this year, this time around. Chelsea just made 11, 12 players who still get spoken about. I still get Abraham talks and Tomori talks and all these other guys. Even Declan Rice was there at one point, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, why?
Billy Gilmore too. Billy Gilmore.
I've never seen someone, and Lampard made everyone love the youths, innit? When we used to be a team of captains, we had so many captains internationally, captains on captains, just stacked. Yeah. Now, they're boys to men, the one.
Billy Gilmore's gone to. Billy Gilmore went to Brighton, didn't he? Billy Gilmore.
Isn't that a joke to Brighton though? We gave him Billy Gilmore, we gave him Colwell, we brought Cucurella, and we're paying for their manager as well. Money.
Do you know what? Do you know one thing about Lampard I did like and everything, that he brought through a lot of kids and everything, that, right? A good kids. I saw an interview on Tammy Abraham last night because I think he must have played in some European game. The man can speak fluent Italian now, you know.
I know.
Fluent. I was like, wow. I said, is that he going on? The man's giving it in Italian, and then certain times he'll look to the guy at the side of him to see if he's actually saying it right and everything. And the guy goes, yeah, you're saying it right. The man said, listen, you see in Roma, they love him over there in Roma, you know. They love it. And the other guy was Tomori, the defender, went to AC Milan. Do you know what I mean? So I think at the day that sort of me myself, in fact, Lampard did well for the youth system and everything now. But
of course,
when they brought through sort of the big ballers, you know what I mean? Yeah. To me, he didn't know what to do with him. When he brought
Tuchel made him look shit because he came in and said, "This is how you do it. Hold my beer."
Yeah.
More finals they got. I was like, what? This bear's a finalist, fam.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Just hold my drink while I win the Champions League for Chelsea.
Bruv. Yeah. I was there, bruv. I was there in Porto, bruv. Oh my days, bruv. I got bumped for the ticket, but oh my days. That day, for that day, I'll always love Tuchel. Even all the stuff, I got bare shirt with him, got his scarf, got another fitted with his picture. They were selling his merchandise hard after that. 2 days later, I was there for a week straight, bruv. That's how almost every Chelsea fan was there from that weekend till next Saturday, bruv. It was mad.
What was that when you won the Champions League?
Yeah. 2 years back, man. Time flies, man. Time flies.
Can I ask, how did Chelsea fans? Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, how do you guys think Chelsea are going to do this season now with Graham Potter in charge?
Bruv, when I think, use my brain.
Will they make it to top 4, you think?
I don't know, but when I think about, as I say, the script, this guy's destined to come in, you know what I'm saying, came in late, and now they just delayed all the games for him. Is that going to help him? Yeah. He can easily go on a mad one where everyone in the fan base will jump on shit. If he beats Liverpool, if he beats some Super League Fulham, I don't know if that game's even going to happen. If they postpone it to another, if he wins Salzburg because they drew against AC Milan, that would be a nice thing. If he also beats Man City on that day, would be the final day. That'll be if things go well to that day, and then we beat Man City. Because that's what kind of Tuchel done. Tuchel came in and sacked up Man City twice, back to that quickly. We beat them 3 times that season. We beat them 3 times. So I was like, okay, if you do something like that, quickly man, will jump on your shit. But if you lose against Liverpool, you lose it, draw against Salzburg or lose, and you lose, we go out to EFL via Man City. It's just all gonna add up to I don't know if this guy's good. So you're gonna know. This is probably the fastest time in history we're gonna know whether a team likes the manager or not. I'm gonna see if my fan base likes this manager within probably a month and a half, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think they're going to. I think he knows that. I think he's aware
Yeah, he
of
knows
that.
exactly. I mean, look at the diversity of games I got. I got 3 competitions, 3 big boys, a derby, a next thing like small, big. Oh, he's got it all like so quickly, and it's coming. It's gonna come quickly. The games as well.
Well, didn't Graham Potter beat Arsenal in the Europa Cup? Didn't he?
When for Swedish team?
Yeah, City beat Arsenal. I think that
Right,
was his claim.
all right, cool, that was
his
good
claim.
timing.
Yeah, that
Because
was his claim to fame.
Arsenal, isn't it? And I don't remember the last time. I swear down, we don't do that. We're scared when I see Arsenal now much. And now they're actually good for the first time. Imagine we lost to them when they were whack. Now that they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if Graham Potter could bring what Mourinho brought and what a lot of the other Chelsea managers brought, they used to be like, Arsenal, 3 points.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Let me actually get on Arsenal before I get in Liverpool. Let me get on Arsenal.
They're good, bro.
You know what I mean? What it is with Arsenal and think that, what you're gonna find out? You're gonna find out their worth and think that is when they start playing Thursday night football. And they have to go somewhere on a Sunday to play, whether they're at home or whether they have to play up north or whatever. You're gonna see what they're really made of. To be honest, today, right? Arsenal are gonna look good because they're only playing one day a week, and everything that. Do you know what I mean? So they're gonna look good. It's when the Europa Cup starts kicking in. They think that, right? Let's see how you're good. How good you are then. Do you know what I mean? Because to be honest, today I don't really rate Arsenal. You're gonna have to do a lot more for me to rate you. I'll tell you what. When the days of when they had Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, Ljungberg, and all them. I used to rate them badging of that. I was envious of them. But those days are gone. You ain't got them mans anymore and think that, right? And you ain't doing it for me. All they got and then think that is like bear them out and then think that. Bear them out. And then when they come to Anfield and think that, they get slapped up when they come to Anfield in the dark. The real talking there. You know what I mean? But I think to me, this is me. I think Arsenal need to do a bit more for me to be impressed with them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the panel thinks,
the first test they had was when Man United, and they played Man United, and they got well and truly dealt with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm, as you know,
Sotikossi, they didn't play too bad. Didn't think that they just lost to the better team. That's what I think.
Yeah, they never got smacked up.
They did, but they weren't organised. They weren't organised in midfield, and they weren't organised at the back. You see what I mean? It was all about those little through balls, which 7-8 times out of 10 they would stop, but they weren't able to. And it's embarrassing that Marcus Rashford had been struggling for seasons to get a goal. Yeah, comes up against Arsenal and scores 2 in pretty much exactly the same way as he used to score goals for Man United. And I was thinking, really, Arsenal? Really, you're going to let him do that to you when he struggled to score goals against other teams? Well, it's true.
Yeah, but he just scored against us, though. He scored against us in a pretty much same fashion. Yeah. So I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yes.
No, I accept that. I accept that. Difference being from a Liverpool perspective is we accept that we did not play well that day at all, and Arsenal were very well organised. Man United, on the other hand, whenever they played Arsenal previous, they've been able to keep Rashford quiet because they haven't been able to get those through balls through to him because of his pace and what have you. This occasion, they thought, oh, well, don't worry, Rashford won't be able to do that. He did it once, and then again, he went and scored the second goal by doing exactly what he did for the first one. It's embarrassing. That's why I haven't really got much time for Arsenal until they come up against regular tough opposition in Europe and in the Premier League.
Yeah, but listen to this then.
Yeah.
Now got postponed games. They got international break. They've got a World Cup. And if they're still somehow up there doing well, they just need to do one mega buy in January. And by January, certain players are going to be more enticed to move because... So imagine, let's just say De Jong. I know he's not... But De Jong can make an informed decision now. Imagine he joined Chelsea and he's at the bottom, struggling. Imagine he joined United. Now he's like, oh, Arsenal up there. If Chelsea up there, But I'm saying players are going to start being like, wait a minute, that team's definitely going to Champions League next season. You know by January, right? You'll know. Right, that team, you'll know 2 or 3 teams. But that team's going to Champions League, therefore I can go Chelsea. But, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of that, especially after the World Cup. Certain man perform well. They want to move on career, you know? So I won't be shocked. Like, you guys as well. You guys doing well, 3rd, 4th, which means if you're first, obviously you're not buying no one. You're not going to be first, though. You'll be 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Yeah. Cops can be like, we're doing well. Players will be like, all right, they're not 10th. Imagine any of us are 10th, like Chelsea or Tottenham or Man United. One of us are just trailing, or even Liverpool, bro. Imagine one of us are 10th or 8th at that time. No one's going to come. No one, because they're not going to be like, I'm not getting UCL next season. That January, I hope, like, whoever wants to buy players, they may be top 5, top 4, top 3.
Yeah, like, that's true.
I think I will do it.
Let me get some of these comments there. Got a few little comments coming through and show this while they come up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Night Reader says yes. Big up yourself, Night Reader. This one here is
it's a picture.
Also, Sam said yes. Big up. Said yo. Who's this one here now? Okay. Oh, it's a low. Said Premiership is cancelled. Yes, Premiership is cancelled this weekend due to the death of our Queen. Passed away yesterday. RIP. As I said, I'm not a royalist.
She's an Arsenal fan as well.
Oh.
and her sons, they support Charles Sports Burnley, William Sports Aston Villa. I'm like, bro, you guys supporting these random teams, bro. Go give them money after you come on power. Hook them up. Sorry, bro. They need to come up. Aston Villa is doable. Burnley. I don't know if King Charles. That's what it is now. King Charles III. Remember Big Man Shaq used to say that all the time. Charles.
No, I remember Tony Blair's wife. She's a Liverpool sport, isn't she?
Yeah.
Cherie Blair. Blair, get in there.
Drinking that sherry while watching you, man.
What's this next one there? Lots of laugh. I think he obviously finds it funny. Premiership being cancelled. Night Reader says, yeah. Okay.
I'm gutted the Premiership's been cancelled myself.
I hope they don't cancel the next games.
Big up yourself, Rija. Big up yourself. He said, big up Rods and the panel. Big up. And what's this last one here?
Arsenals.
That's a little one. I like that. I'm going to use that one day. You know? I'm going to use that one.
The Arsenal.
So. Let's talk about Liverpool. Let's get that out of the way before we talk about anybody else. Let's talk about
our game's cancelled. I reckon our game's getting cancelled. Our one's the next Premier League game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if that gets cancelled.
Put it this way, right? I am glad, in a way, do you know what I mean? The Premiership is cancelled this weekend. It's going to give Klopp at the end of the day and the players to get their fucking act together. I watched the game the other night, yeah. I know you give it to me earlier on, actually, Daz. You know what I mean? Remember the day, you know. Remember you lost against a Croatian team, you know. Croatia.
Therefore, let's see who joins us the next day.
So anyway, so we lost 4-1 at the end of the day against Napoli.
It was embarrassing, man.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
1-0, 2-1, or even 3-1. They got the 4. They rolled it.
Listen.
Got a slip out of you, man, as expression to say.
Listen, brother, it could have been 7-1 in the dog.
No.
Yes. They missed the one penalty, then they missed the 2 easy chances.
Yeah,
bro,
it could have been 7-1.
That's jokes, though. You're giving it out a couple of weeks ago, giving it 9 to man, and now you're telling me Manchester scored 7 or 8 against you guys. That's mad.
It could have been that. I was watching the game yesterday. I was watching the game that night and everything. Now I can't understand what Gomez was doing.
Oh, the memes.
He was just getting dragged around the pitch. Yeah. You know, like when you got your kid, when you got your kid and everything, and they misbehave and everything, and you drag him out the playground like that. It was like that. He was getting dragged about. Brother, And then was it Fabinho was getting duppied in midfield? He was getting duppied in midfield. He starts with Milner, which I do not understand and everything now. Why you start with Milner? Because at the end of the day, the man's older than everything now. He was getting ragged right. He gives away the first penalty, you know that, isn't it?
Yes.
The team selection was wrong. The team formation was wrong. And it's a growing
mentality is also not that strong nowadays of LFC.
No, it's not strong. It's a growing growing trend that's been happening from the first game of the season when we played Fulham to now. Things have been happening and think that shouldn't be happening and think that. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna come to you, Nick, first, and then for that, you give me your sort of like your take on it.
Right. Well, as you guys might know or might not know, right? Well, you probably do know because you probably heard the score. We lost 4-1, and it could have been more than that. However, in the second half, when he swapped Gomez for Matip, we were a lot more solid at the back. We had major problems in midfield. There was no one that was going to put their foot on the ball, and just take a bit of time before they could pass or distribute the ball. When Thiago Alcantara came on, we looked a lot better. You see what I mean? One of the problems was with Nunes. I think Nunes could have come on a bit earlier on in the second half, because we were already chasing the game, and need I say to you how good and now how officially important Luis Diaz is to the Liverpool squad. You know Liverpool played poor. Everybody knows Liverpool played poor. I have faith in Klopp. I have faith that he will get it right next time. I don't think he's under any pressure of getting the sack at all. I don't think that's a problem. I do think when our back four are trying to play a high line, they all need to be singing from the same hymn sheet. Because if you're not, three of them can go forward to play the offside trap. One of them stays back. Napoli or the team we're playing against can just put a ball over the top, and then before you know it, it's 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. You see what I mean? And it's not as if our back four doesn't have pace. I think Van Dijk needs to just have a word with himself. He needs to look in the mirror and think about what he's done. Fabinho, who I am a huge fan of, needs to sort himself out as well, because he wasn't any good in that game. I don't know. The only one I can give major credit to is Alisson for saving a penalty, Diaz for scoring a goal and probably, unfortunately, only getting one when he could have had two, and Harvey Elliott. Those three I thought played really well. The rest of the team, stand in the corner and think about what you've done, because it wasn't good enough on Wednesday. That's all.
What do you think, LFC? Can you hear me?
Bro, yes. Bro, I think that we do not have proper replacements for all the players, like proper backups, if you know. Like for Salah, we don't have any backup. For Trent, we don't have any backup. So if they play bad, still we have to play them. Means still every time they have to start the match. Yes, and after playing pressing system for Jurgen Klopp system is they're playing this from 17-18 continuously. They are playing 50 games per year. So players are burned out. I think they are physically also tired sometimes.
What I would say about this pressing system before I come to Chelsea, what I would say about this pressing system, if you're playing a high line, you cannot play a high line without pressing. You can't have one without the other. So if you're gonna have a high line and don't press, you're gonna get broke upon, and that's what was happening. We was playing a high line and wasn't pressing, they were just breaking on us and everything that. And next minute, and it was playing like 1-2s and everything that, right? Somebody was in the box tapping. Do you know what I mean? We was 3-0 down before half time. Then what must have happened? And then the second half and everything that, right? Zielinski. He was on. He scored on 47 minutes. Then we decide to wake up now. We decide to wake up and we score a goal and everything that, right? And we start playing reasonably all right and everything that. But it was too late then. The game's already lost. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if you watched the game, Chelsea, but what did you think?
I watched like 15 minutes of the beginning, 15 minutes of the end. So when I saw that you guys are straight away 2-0 down, and then I come home second half, I see you 3-0 down, and then straight away, President of Ukraine scores, you're 4-0 down. What's happening? What happened? They got all dying now. It's what goes around comes around. Like,
yep, that's true.
When I saw that game, I thought of FIFA. I thought like Milner and Gomez, they'll be like 78, 80, like they're definitely not 85 plus. You know, your team have a few, but I was like, you guys have way too many players that just shouldn't be there. I mean,
I think you're right. You're right. I think
get rid of him.
And bro, like we can say that that's the difference between Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City. Like Man City have great bench strength. Like they can bring on Mahrez, they can bring on Gundogan, and from our bench it comes Milner, it comes Solnigas, and players like that. So there's a difference between title contenders and title winners.
Yeah, let me read this this comment. Let me read this comment. Let's get this comment up. It's a bit slow. Come on. Does it come up now? Hold on 1 minute. Let me show this to you. Yeah, that's it. All right. What does the panel think of Potter being named the new Chelsea manager? Do any think like me it's too soon for him to manage any of the big six teams? Okay, we'll address that in a minute. Okay, I love all the Harry Potter movies. That's not good. Good. Man, talk about Harry Potter, you know, dog. No, I think we addressed that about Graham Potter becoming the manager. Personally, I think at the end of the day, the job's a good job, but obviously with me and everything that it's just like job security. That's me, job security and stuff. You know what I mean? That's my
personally.
Personally,
I think he'll be fine. And another thing, just to go back, because I know a lot of people have been saying, as I have been saying that Milner, he's too old. He can't keep up with this. Can't keep up with the pace of the game and blah, blah, blah. Before the start of every season, all the Liverpool players, they all have an intensive cardio session, right?
And he wins that session,
every single season he wins it, right? And new players have come along and they've tried to get to be better than him or to beat him. Now, if he wins it, he is obviously showing that he is arguably one of the fittest players in the squad. In light of that, that doesn't mean he should be playing in a big European game, right, where fitness and cardio isn't everything.
Right, no, 1 second, 1 second. Let me say something. 1 second, What it is today, there's a guy called James Redmond TV. He's got a channel. He's got X amount of subscribers and stuff like that. Very funny guy. But I'm gonna quote what he said, about James Milner, because I'm not gonna say that I originated it. I'm gonna quote what he said. He said, right, I can trust my nan to go down the shop and get me a packet of prawn cocktail crisps and not bring back salt and vinegar. I can trust my nan to do that. But I can't trust my nan to go into my room, pick up my TV, and help me bring my TV downstairs because it's my nan. Do you know what I mean? Likewise with Milner, we can trust Milner in the day to play a League Cup game. You know what I mean? The odd FA Cup game, come on and they sort of like when you try to slow down the game towards the end of the game and stuff. I could trust Milner to do that. Cannot trust Milner to start a game like that. You cannot trust Milner to come up against Everton and Day, where Everton and Day are searching for the points and everything that. When he come up against Everton and everything that, right, there's running past him like he wasn't there. Anthony Gordon literally ran past him like he wasn't there. Tom Davis literally ran past him like he wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? Mope ran past him like he wasn't there.
Oh,
You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
Do you know
bro.
what I mean, Chelsea? Do you know what I mean, Chelsea? You understand?
yeah,
You know,
man. It was just, and it was a big game as well. I don't understand why you guys thought the other games are small. This one was the big one.
Yeah.
exactly. I
The
can't
other
see
games are
it.
easy.
Huh?
Napoli, they're still Napoli. That means like they're good. They're still a good
And
team.
in Serie, like they're scoring for fun, man. In Serie, they're scoring for fun.
I said they're easy. Now I look back at what they're doing in Serie A. I was like, are AC Milan, Inter Milan playing whack this season, or are Napoli just good?
Well, you know what it is?
No, man, they have also got that player like that Kvicha Quattarella. Like Liverpool, he was too good yet there. Left
You
winger.
guys should buy him. You guys, I love it when football teams buy a player that played bad against it. That bad, you know what I'm saying? When they play bagging against you, like we need to get this guy.
Do you know what it is though? You know the man.
Nunes.
You know
Like not that.
I
You know
like
the managers. You know the managers. The managers that experienced guy, Luciano Spalletti. He's experienced.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
been
I
around
believe.
most of the clubs in his Serie A. He's been running for Roma, AC Milan. I think he's with Udinese. He's been around. He knows what he's doing. And now he's gone to Napoli. And he knows exactly what he's doing. So basically, the script at the end of the day, right, was there for the night to say, well, look, right, we need to do things different than what we do. Out of God's name. You know what? He had Arta on the bench, which he's got on loan and everything that year, which he could have played. The man could have played the man there. You know what I mean? Do you understand me? He could have played him. He's come from the Serie A. He knows. It's just shocking. But like, I'm actually glad there's no Premiership this weekend. It gives us time and day to recoup and do it.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, as I said, like it's either scripted that. Because actually, Paul would have probably done better if he played Fulham and Liverpool this kind of week than if he gives time. You know, I know, especially if international break interrupts us. If international break interrupts our game, well, that's going to be a really long time.
I know.
Yeah. What was I saying? All right, then let's talk about Man United, because Man United and they had a terrible start to the season, but it looks like they're starting to sort of like pick up pace now. And I think that, I mean, they beat us. You know what I mean? And they went on to beat Southampton after that. They looked quite good. They looked pretty good. I watched the game. And they beat Arsenal the other day. And there's parts of the game, and I think that they did look all right because they seem to be kind of like snapping their passes and stuff. You know what I mean? And doing it very quick and stuff like that. What do you think?
And bro, do you agree? Okay, speak. Go on.
Sorry, I'm just saying. What do you think? Where do you think Man United is going to come this season? I'll put this out to everybody. Where do you think Man United is going to come this season?
I'll be quick. 6th place. Next.
I think they will go fifth.
Yeah,
they will go fifth.
Fifth. You don't think they get top 4?
No,
not this. Nah.
After last night, nah.
No.
Yeah, they got beat last night, didn't they? Yeah.
Even though it was a bit of robbery, at best they've got a draw against Sociedad. That means they're just not playing that well at home.
Yeah.
Do you think at the end of the day that they would win any silverware this year? You see,
Not probably. Europa League, maybe.
No.
Maybe Europa League.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
that is the only thing they can win is the Europa League. That's all.
No man, like Europa League also have great teams. Like Roma is also one of the title contenders for Europa League.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. We might be in the Europa League. You know what I'm saying? If we lose one more game or 2 more game, we'll be in there.
Yes.
We might be in there as well. We might be joining it, pal.
Don't worry, Liverpool will keep Chelsea company.
We're coming to keep you company, mate. You know what I mean? You come and keep me company.
It'll be full Premier League, Europa League season.
You know what we should do with that? You know what we should do? Go on. Us two should go in the Europa Cup, yeah. Beat up Man United, beat up Arsenal, and for that, and just have a final for us two. Have a final for us two,
yeah,
man.
It'll be another 0-0 penalty shootout, but this time we'll get it.
Yeah, third time lucky. Yeah, you know what I mean.
But at the end of the day, I don't think Man United are going on with anything this season. I could be wrong, and I will come back on this stream and let you know. Remember the date. I would be surprised if Man United are able to challenge for top 4, or if they get top 4. Oof. And you are right. Yeah. I think the only trophy they could win is going to be the Europa League. You know what I mean? I don't think they'll be able to beat City or Chelsea or even Liverpool or even Spurs for that matter to the FA Cup or the League Cup.
Spurs are great, man. Spurs is going great. Spurs.
Yeah.
I thought Spurs were good the other day. They left it late. Richarlison, it was one of those games where if Richarlison was playing, they would have won that game. When games are just because that guy was on fire, I kind of think because it was a close game. I was like, okay, I'm not worried about them until they start blowing teams out of the water again. I'm not that worried about them. They'll get another draw. They'll lose against the top 6.
They won 2-0.
Double.
They did.
And he started crying. You see, Richarlison started crying. After this,
But they almost lost against Chelsea. They lost against Chelsea. That was a robbery against Chelsea.
You know what? Richarlison, I put him in the same category as Bruno Fernandes. I hate them both. I can't stand both of them. I can't. Yeah. It's times like this, and I'm not be funny. I wish I was a professional football player and come up against them because trust me, I will leave one on them. I will leave one. Yeah, one of them ones. I will leave one on them.
I was like that, bro. I was like every Sunday league. I was like, no, this brother's too good, man. You're taking him out.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah, great, bro. Great. Yellow card, you're trying.
Listen, another one I want to speak about, and I think that, and them man ain't the mud, dog. They ain't the mud, It's freaking Leicester. Leicester ain't the mud. What's gonna happen to Leicester? What's gonna happen to Leicester?
They're like that, man. They went around.
Chelsea,
I think they'll be fine.
Well, I think, they have the best story from me ever, the fairy tale story. But boy, it ended like a horror movie. I mean, Brendan Rodgers for me was not one to get sacked first. Brendan Rodgers, Lampard, Gerrard, Tuchel wasn't even there. Tuchel, but Brendan, I can't believe a top middle manager flopped like that. Like he was meant to be he could handle a Leicester top 10 easy. Boy, he just put them into a relegation battle like old school Leicester. So they're gonna get raided next season if they get relegated. Remember that? They get raided.
They haven't recruited good players this season.
Bro, Arsenal could get Tillman for like 10 years in summer. In January, I'm not saying that. In January.
In January, he stay there.
In January, we're going to see also Everton, man. Imagine Everton get it. Because they're the teams of players that people want to buy. They will get sucked.
Do you think, and this is out to the panel now, this is out to the whole panel. Do you think that Brendan Rodgers can turn it around at Leicester?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
And why do you think he can turn it around?
Because he may not have all of the best players, and he may not be the best at motivating the players that he's got. But he has got a really good football brain. He really has. You see what I mean? And it's the same football brain that won the FA Cup against Man City, and it's the same football brain that won the Community Shield against Man City. So I think he's got a good football brain, and I think he'll need to get in some dogs of war in for the relegation battle.
In January.
People who don't mind, in January. The kind of player that doesn't mind leaving one on a person or doesn't mind taking a 2-foot challenge. Do you know what I mean? Because they know it's for the good of the club, so we don't get relegated. But I think he's got a good football brain. But just remember the day. I could probably be wrong about Man United, I'll probably be wrong about Leicester, and I'll probably be wrong about Arsenal as well. So just remember the date, and we can bring it up again.
9th of September.
What do you think, LFC? Can you hear me? He's
My
on
man.
mute in the dark.
I'm lagging.
Is your mute?
Yeah.
no,
Can you
you're right.
repeat the question, bro? I was
What do
lagging.
you think of Leicester's chances of staying up?
I think Leicester will be in the league. They won't get relegated. I think
Good man.
like Jamie Ward is there to save the day. Like James Maddison,
Yeah.
Yuri Tillman.
Madison will leave in January if it's getting too bad. But Vardy is like their Ronaldo, it seems.
Mm.
I swear down, it's like no one really wanted him. On the slide, wanted to leave. He's old. Is it his last year? He said. Do you actually say that?
Okay, we're gonna have. All right. So is that what you think? You think at the end of the day that Leicester's gonna stay up, LFC? You reckon Leicester's gonna stay up? Yeah. Yeah. He's on mute again, dog. You're on mute again, LFC. You're on mute again. You muted yourself.
There's a little lag though. You might not have that fiber optic like you, man.
Oh no, innit? So all right. He's obviously LFC thinks he's gonna stay up. You think at the end of the day that they're going down, and Nick thinks they're staying up.
I think they're staying up. I think they're staying up.
I think at the end of the day, I think they're staying up by the skin of their teeth. They're gonna
finish one position off.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Probably gonna finish. I reckon I can see them finishing probably like
16
2 points. 2 points above the relegation or something. They're gonna do it. They're gonna like do it by the skin and teeth. And then what's gonna happen? The following season, they're gonna get rid of Brendan Rodgers and bring in somebody else. You're gonna think to yourself, "Yo, you know what? That was too close for comfort." Then think that. You know what I mean? We can't.
They're gonna bring in Tuchel.
He's supposed to be. He might go to Leipzig. You know, he might go back to Leipzig.
Werner.
Yeah, because I know at the end of the day, sort of like Leipzig at the end of the day are looking at him still. You know what I mean? They're looking at him because they ain't got a manager, have they? They ain't got a manager now.
No.
And there's talk about him going to obviously like Juventus, you know, as well. So you never know. You never know what can happen. But I would say at the end of the day, so like Leicester will stay up. I think now. Villa is another team that's in the mud, you know.
I don't think they get relegated, but I think Gerrard will get sacked, and then the new manager will save them.
Yes. I agree with that. I think at the end of the day, sort of like he's gonna get a tic tac.
Unlucky Lampard and Gerrard joining a long list of players that have legend that have turned manager and sucked.
Yeah.
I think you know what I think it is with with Gerrard. I think it was too soon in taking a Villa job.
Yeah, he should have stayed at Rangers.
Are you sure though? Okay, Villa do want like top 10. They want top 10 easy.
Yeah, but the thing is about sort of like all right, he's come from the Sweaty Soccer League, yeah? He's come from that league, right?
Scotland.
And not being funny, that's not competitive, is it? It's not. Let's be honest now. It's not competitive. Apart from it's two teams. Apart from Celtic and everything that, right? You haven't really got all right. Hearts might give you a fight.
Aberdeen
might give you a fight. You know what I mean? Aberdeen might give you a fight, but even Aberdeen struggled this season. I think that last season they just about beat the relegation. You know what I mean? So for him to sort of like, if what I would have done, if I was Gerrard, what I would have done, if I left Rangers, I would have gone to a championship team. I would have gone to a championship team, in fact, try and bring them up into Premier League and everything like that, and then take a Villa job or something like a Villa job and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't really got that experience. Because remember at the day, he's been fast-tracked. He was fast-tracked into getting his job, you know.
Yeah, but the problem is but part of the reason why he ended up at Villa is because Christian Purslow, who used to be at Liverpool, now kind of heads up and works at Villa, and Gerrard wants to be back with his family. You see what I mean? Because he was hardly seeing his wife. He was hardly seeing his kids. I don't think he really cares.
That's a thing about Villa, isn't it? That's taking a job.
Pardon me?
You take it. That's That's the part of a job. You take a job at the end of the day where you're working. All right, I worked away from home and I think that right for 18 months and I worked in Germany, so I was away from my family and from that. I knew that was going to thing and from that. So after 18 months and everything that, I came back because I didn't like the people around me and everything that, and I came back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we can't be
But
up
like
to
you know this sort of thing. Isn't it? It's true though, isn't it? You know what's going to go on in it. That's the part of the job.
But given the chance to manage a Premiership club who historically have always been mid-table-ish, right, and be close to your family and being chased by the guy who used to work with you at Liverpool and was involved in keeping you there, instead of selling you on to Chelsea, he's going to think to himself, this is a bit of a result. I'm up for that. Not thinking that it's going to turn out as bad as it has.
Yeah, but last season he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but
he wasn't. He was all right. He was all right. But I still think at the day that was a disaster waiting to happen. Do you know what I mean? I think you just like
at least Lampard
away from it. Lampard did the worst, didn't he? Lampard did the worst.
Oh my days.
Lampard was just like, I thought they was going to get relegated. Lampard did it.
Yeah, I thought deer in headlights, taking them back down to Derby Championship levels.
Yeah, I was loving that. I was loving that last season when Lampard was at Everton, and relegation for them was getting closer and closer. I was smiling, but then he managed to rescue it at the end. So Everton are still in the Premiership.
Oh, that's a real Prem team.
You know what I mean? So listen, there's Champions League next week. Yeah,
that ain't getting cancelled. I'll tell you that much.
No, that's not getting
Hell
cancelled.
No, they don't care. They don't give a crap about the Queen and Kings in Europe.
No, they don't care. They're no business. You know, who have you got? Who have you got on Wednesday?
Salzburg. They drew with AC Milan. Salzburg. Oh, I was like, rather playing these Berg. They all love the Berger names, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Austria. Ain't that Austria, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sorry, it is. What am I on? Sorry, my bad. Austrian team. Yeah, sorry, they finished top of the table actually.
Yeah,
they won that easily. They won the 16 points clear. Bloody hell. Well, that's the easy league, obviously. They drew against AC Milan. No one saw that coming. No one.
Yeah.
Are you nervous then about Salzburg?
I mean, come on. I think all of us have played them once or twice, innit? They're usually easy 3 points.
I'm fucking nervous about Ajax, man. You said it. I'm not.
Oh, that's a real 3-0. Alvarez, he's coming, bro. Watch.
They come to Amsterdam next week.
These Dutch players are making talent. They go. I know what they go there. They go for that good smoke, you know. And they're like, I have to leave.
Yeah, innit? I'll tell you what. I've been to Amsterdam, and I think that right because
I've been hella times, bro. I buy myself from there.
Yeah, where I was in Germany, I think that was like an hour away from the border of Holland, and I think that. Because you know what I mean. So like we used to go down there regular. You could go down on a Sunday afternoon and everything that, spend a day there and everything and come back.
That is sick, bro. That is sick,
seriously. Because the place I was like Dulmen, which is like you got Munster on one side, and then you got Dortmund on the other side. Dortmund's another nice place as well. And I could just jump on a train and everything that. Jump on the train and I can be in Holland in an hour.
That's banging.
Be in Holland in an hour. It was not, and Holland's a clean and nice place. It's really nice there.
I like it, man. Even like the dirty parts, like the red light and the bridge, where they do the quick cleaning. You know what I'm saying? They put those little metal things up now that to bring them down. You can't. Everyone's on bicycles and motorbikes, breaking the law.
Well, because you see the things about all that sort of stuff there. You know what I mean? Like if anybody doesn't know, prostitution out in that area, in that part of the world, it's legal.
Bro, it's mad diverse. Every girl. I was like, what? was like, what? Why is
Listen.
there Africans? Why is there mid-lighties here? Why is there Moroccan thing here? Like, what are these Dutch, Swedish, Polish? I was like, bro, there's girls that want to hustle from all over the world.
Listen, it's legal out. It's legal out there, and
It's legal.
They don't think nothing. They don't think nothing of it. So, but
Yeah.
so we got Ajax on Tuesday.
You going?
No, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I wish I could go.
Just
So
for
we
the
got
excuse.
Ajax on Tuesday, and you lot got Salzburg on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna regroup on Thursday, and we'll have a roundup of, like, obviously, you know what I mean, who's done well and who hasn't done well, and everything that, who's crying and not crying, and this and that, you know what I mean, and stuff. Because
I
obviously,
would say find Man City, bro, as well, but Man City fans are hard to find.
listen, I'm trying to find some. I'm gonna seek them out in everything that, right? Because you know that.
Yeah, I know one brother, Daps, but he won't really do this. He's always busy doing his own things as well. Other than that, I don't really know him. I know one more brother, but he won't come on camera.
Yeah, I find somebody still. I try to find something, but you know what, guys? It's been lovely to have you. I want to get your
pleasure.
Hey, Naz, what do you call you? Chelsea or Naz?
Yeah, Naz. But just call me OG. Everyone calls me OG, even though I'm only 33.
Right,
but you know, I've been supporting since '98, fam. I could. It's been 3-4 decades, man. I can say that. Zola, brother. My first T-shirt was Zola. Thank you, Pop. Jumbo was my own money I spent, but Zola was my guy, man. It's like, a small Mediterranean brother could do it. Yeah, I believe it.
Zola at the end of the day was a player. He is
Bro, we were winning. Like I remember my dad taking him to a bus tour back. I think it was the European Super Cup. I was like, bro, FA Cup as well. I was like, we were winning stuff 98, 99. It wasn't like, that's why I say Chelsea, think about the 25 years. Because if you had those ones, we blow any team out of the history. Like, no team in 25 years even won that much. Maybe Madrid. They don't count.
Yeah, because they're just blowing everybody out the fucking water, aren't they?
No, you know what I mean? Barcelona show up too much.
Yeah, but
listen,
you can't put Arsenal in there. You cannot put Arsenal in there.
No.
Arsenal just...
They haven't won a European trophy for years.
I actually wish
they won one at all.
No.
I wish he won one just so they could write a movie about him. Now when you make an Arsene Wenger movie, it's almost like a sad ending, isn't it? When you watch anything about Arsene Wenger, it feels like it ended sadly. Like,
I'm telling you,
Ronaldinho, like, even though they should have won that game pretty easily.
Yeah, should have won that game. They should have put that game to bed.
Up against this. Oh my god, that's it. 1-0 up. I would have said, if I'm getting a red card, Wenger said the only red card you guys are getting, brother, is taking out my Jugo Ronaldinho, buck teeth Dino. You have to get him, break his leg. That's it. That was it, bro. Like I can't believe it. Like Tottenham were never going to win it. I don't feel bad for them. They were never going to win it. But Arsenal were actually supposed to win that one, especially 20 minutes in. It was like, oh my god, Arsenal will win this.
You know what it is? If I got one of my defenders sent off, and I was 1-0 up and everything like, you know what I'm doing? I'm throwing bare defenders on the pitch. Bare defenders on the pitch.
Only I was thinking that then though.
Bare defenders, but I got to listen. Stay behind the ball.
Every man needs a yellow or die. If you don't have a yellow card, you're not partying tonight. You know them ones. If you win.
Them ones, yeah.
No, brother. I felt like this Arsenal team, they sold out Wenger, bro. They made him a horror movie instead of a fairy tale, bro. And I like Wenger, man. I liked his little background story, man. He was in Algeria, Morocco, doing the Legionnaire and all that. I was like, this brother actually well cultured, bro. Well cultured, bro. Like he was one of the first brothers that was really not racist and tried to, understand the cultures and say, oh, these are basically part of our former colonies. We fucked them over. Let's help them. Let's use them. Let's try and communicate. All of that good stuff. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. He's a multi-millionaire, so I'm not gonna cry for my man. I wish. Oh, Rob, he's worth like 70 mil. I was like, what? This was 70 mil. How, Rob? How? Where's my money?
Listen, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Still, and you know what? I'm gonna link you again because I want you back on the show again. Because as I said, I'm gonna make this like a regular thing, sort of like regular thing.
You both have been wicked.
This is the first. So I'm calling you again, and I'm calling you again as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll have you on my show as well one day, man. I'll definitely have you on my place one day. Hopefully, I'll do like a mixed one.
Yeah. Definitely. We'll sort something out. I got you on Instagram anyway, so we'll talk anyway, bro. We'll talk definitely.
Yeah, but OG, what's your IG name? OG. What's your IG?
It's literally
Okay.
SCOG W6 because I'm from W6. Hammer
Nice.
Smith.
Okay.
Is that you on Twitter?
Mhm.
OGW6
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitter.
CSCOG W6. Pretty simple.
All right, okay. I'm gonna look for you still. I'm gonna look for you
Easy.
still.
I'm
But
on Twitter, man.
guys,
I always do Twitter Spaces.
All right, you guys have a
Okay.
lovely weekend. It was lovely having a
Take care,
chat
Nick,
and
bro.
great
Take care,
fun.
man.
have a look.
You guys are
And yeah,
you
I
guys are
like
quite
this.
cool, actually.
Yeah, man.
You guys, we'll
We're
speak.
definitely gonna do
We'll
it.
speak
I
soon.
tell you what, Nazzy, you give me
Take it
jokes,
easy.
man. You give me jokes, blood. You're a real West
Try
London,
and
you
be.
brother.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
real
yeah.
West
Cool.
London. You're real West
Okay.
London.
Bye, bro.
Cool. Yeah.
Bye,
Take
lads.
care. Take care.
Bye. Yeah, those were the guys there. As I said, I'm gonna make this a regular feature. Okay, this was the first installment of the actual debate. So this first installment. So I'll see you guys very soon. Okay, there's no football this weekend, so the next football that you're gonna have on is gonna be on Tuesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the Champions League. So I'm not really sure if it's going to be any Premiership's going to be on next weekend. We have to just sort of like wait and see. But the next football is going to be on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, guys, in the meantime, thanks for viewing me. Remember, at the end of the day, if you're going to watch this on a replay, please like and subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button and also smash the subscribe button. Please do. Okay? Until we meet up next time, you'll never walk alone. Take care. Yeah, man.